All right, so let me ask you this. I'm going to pivot.
Okay.
Our boys are the same. My oldest is the same as yours.
Right.
Um, what's your thoughts on college this day and time?
Okay. So I did not go to college. I went into real estate at 21, right? I am not necessarily pro or against college. I think that there are benefits to both. I do fully believe it is not for everyone.
Hmm.
And I think we've gotten into this. My husband actually did a paper because he went back to college after he did his 25 year or
Okay.
went to college because he went straight from high school to the military.
Uh-huh.
So after he retired, he did a couple of semesters at MTSU. And one of the things that they went through was he did a paper on college versus tech school versus nothing. And it's not for everyone. College is not. And I think we tend to put everybody into bubbles.
Hmm.
And it's like, okay, you either need to go into the military, you go to prison. And those are usually either or. You're going to go to tech school or you're going to go to college.
Yeah.
But for a very long time, we tried to push everybody into college.
Hmm.
Look at you see it. How many
Student loans.
student
are
loans.
insane.
It is.
It's
And we have a lot of free programs now, which is great. What I love, at least in Tennessee, I can't speak in other states, but those tech schools, the
the
vocational,
tech schools, the community college, the Tennessee Promise.
yes, it covers those 2 years. Plus, most of the schools have dual enrollment now, so they
Hmm.
can come out. So, like, I've encouraged my son that I would love for you to get a business degree. If nothing else, get a business degree. There is a rule. We'll see if he follows it. That when he
I
turns,
set rules
yeah,
and
I
they're
know.
getting broken.
I know.
so-
I'm like, well, he's less than 2 years away from being an adult, and he's already towering me. So I really don't have a lot to say.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared of him, but I want him to get his real estate license when he turns 18. Whether he sells a house ever or not, I want him to get them so he can put it into a referral alliance, and then when he refers friends and family to me,
Yeah.
he can legitimately make money off of that. That could be mailbox money,
Yeah, right.
So I want him to do that. But I told him, and he's told me he has some interest in real estate, but he's 16. So today he wants to do real estate. Tomorrow, I don't know, truck driver or
Yeah.
whatever, a dentist. He's all over the place. But I want him to get a business degree if at all possible. Now his big thing is, well, I think I'm going to go to TCAT. I'm like, okay, cool. What are you going to go to TCAT for? Construction. Okay, great. What are you going to do? Oh, I don't know yet.
Yeah,
What about you? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm the same. My wife and I went to Knoxville. I got a degree in Knoxville. I was halfway through, and basically I had to figure out what I was going to do.
Right.
Because I was
That's what you do.
Hey, football was great. Like, it was great
The
times
parties
in
were
Knoxville.
awesome.
It was, but I will say that, I came out with an economics degree. I'm no economist right now. With this world, with the
I was gonna
economic
say,
side,
your brain is like crazy right now.
I can go to the elementary level and say supply and demand. That's what we need to focus on.
That's fair.
But I will say from my experience, I came out with some of the best friendships I've ever had. So I tell a lot of times, I think if you are going to college and you really have no clue of what you're going to do, you're paying for an experience.
Yes.
It can be a very costly experience.
Yep.
I was fortunate because I didn't come out with a lot of heavy student loans or anything
Good.
like that. But with my 3 kids and my wife and I, which she's a teacher, our minds have both changed that just kind of what you said, college is not for everyone. I hope my kids go to college, but I hope they have a clear path of what they want to do. But at the same time, I'm like, if Brooks comes to me and he's like, Dad, this is what I want to do, and it doesn't take him getting a 4-year degree. I mean, look at how many people, young people right now, are using technology and the power of the internet and AI and social media and are super, super successful. So yeah, it's not anything that, like, when I was going, it was almost like, you got to have a degree or nobody's going to pick up your resume,
Right.
unless they see that. And it's changed so much. And I don't agree with going into way, way over your head in debt, student loans. Yes, I see them all the time. I see people with 100,000 plus in student loans and they make 40,000 a year.
And do they even have a degree? I mean, really?
There's some that don't.
That's the problem.
There are some that don't.
I believe that there is a full-time or a, what is it, a professional student
Yeah.
too. And I'm sure you
I
see
met a few.
that.
I met a few of those in college. I fortunately, it was at the point I was like, all right, Justin, you got to buckle up and get out. I did hear a story of one time of a professional student. His parents asked him when he's going to graduate, and he printed off a fake diploma and gave it to him.
I could see that.
So
My
I don't
son
think he
would
ever
do
got
that.
past, his freshman year, but he was there for like 5 or 6 years.
Well, and like you said, it's an experience, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's zero wrong with it, but you got to come out of it with something, some
Right.
kind of usable life skill. Because what kills me is like my son is very artsy. Like him and my husband both, like they have like the engineer brain,
Yeah.
and so they can like look at something and they'll tell me. I do not have that brain. Like I'm the math person.
Right.
They're the art people, and so they'll be like, "Well, I'm going to do this and this and this," and I'm like, "Huh?
Yeah.
Can you
How's that
draw
gonna
it
work?
for
How's that
me?
gonna work?
Can you
if
show
it?
me?" And
Yeah.
so I've gotten to a point where I'm like, if you guys think you can do it, I'm going to trust it's going to turn out amazing. I love it. But I can't picture it. It's just, that's not who I am. Like, I don't think I could ever build a house. Like, truly
Yeah.
build a custom home. It would be so jacked up because my brain cannot picture, and I help people through it because it's easy for me to help you and just kind of, well, what are your thoughts? If I couldn't do it myself, it's just
Right.
not my brain. But I want him to find what makes him happy. But like he's talking about art and stuff. I'm like, you're not going to get a liberal degree, a liberal
Yeah.
science degree. We're not doing that.
Like, what are you going to do with
Well,
that?
yeah, I'm like, you're going to have to do something that makes money. If you want to go get a liberal science degree and you want to get it for art or whatever, you better find a business side of it. I mean, that's my big thing is don't put yourself into debt or us into further debt over a degree that you're never going
Because
to
it can be, it can be hard to overcome that amount of debt.
Yes.
That you get, and unfortunately, there's not a lot of people who may have the influence of their parents to help them
Right.
understand that, and they just think they have to go, and the only way they can go is
Yeah.
with the debt, and there's so
I think that
many
is
other
exactly
solutions.
it. We've had that mindset. I do feel like, do you feel like we're kind of getting past that now?
I think so
'Cause I think-
because AI,
Yeah, that's
so
true.
the TCAT that you mentioned, I can see that exploding, with plumbers, with electricians, with HVAC people. Like those
are
are
the
the
jobs
people
that aren't going to go away.
Exactly.
That AI won't totally take over. Because, like, I spent some time, a couple years back, I was doing a lot with Junior Achievement, which that's a great program if you don't know a lot about them. But they had us doing some training with middle school, I think it was, over at the Nissan training facility.
Mhm.
Have you been over there?
I haven't.
Oh my gosh. So I grew up in Laverne, Smyrna. So like that was a bit, it was a manufacturer wealth was Nissan when we were growing up. Like
Yeah.
if you worked at Nissan, you had
Yeah,
some
you
money.
had a great job.
Yeah, you had money, you had status, you had, it was just kind of the thing in our town. I mean, I'm sure people from other states would be like, what? But for
Yeah.
us, that was
Yeah,
what it was.
no, they were.
And so now it's all electronic and robots, and to go over and see it, like they had us in like this mezzanine, and it's like 4 different sections. So it's like, and you get skills, like you get usable skills that they can use outside of Nissan. So it's like welding and HVAC, electrical, and there was another, but it was like 4 different sections. And we're up on the mezzanine, so we can watch them like train. It's a true training center because it's no longer like, oh, I'm going to watch this conveyor belt. It's I'm going to watch this robot. So at what point does that go to 5 of us turn into 1 of us to watch all those robots? I mean,
Yeah.
it's scary.
It
I
is.
I think that it's definitely going to go more to skill versus, like you said, the trade schools are going to be way more important. And what's the long-term proof job? Not recession proof, but I guess just.
I know. I mean, it'll be interesting. I guess just buckle up along for the ride. So talking about how much things change, and we could go on this tangent for a long time, but you're